So this is, I guess, the previous chapter part 2, because it really does feel like that.
Wait, isn't the Gates of Hell also Rodan's place?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the chapter titles sort of borrow from other things. Like, you may have noticed there was earlier ones that borrowed from, like, chapter titles in the previous game. It all feels very sort of circle jerky, not a great way.
Oh, wait. It really is just straight up where we left off.
Yeah, so in case you don't remember the last where we left off, we jumped through that portal that sped us towards the gate. And now we landed here. Anyway, there's a sneaky hidden fight over here. So you want to do that first. Remember to do that first, because otherwise you won't be able to reach it. And here was a really bad example of being able to carry a charge shot through a jump.
And it didn't carry?
It didn't for some reason. Also, that bit there where I dodged the attacker and didn't get witch time. I'm pretty sure I did dodge it at the right time. I don't know, this game is a little bit broken. Deal with it, haters.
I think my poor memory would probably mess up charging Rikshasa and then changing to a different weapon combo.
The thing is, I don't think you could do this. Like, you couldn't carry, like, a dodge. It's basically you can dodge offset through a jump. And I don't think you could do that in the previous game, so that was another thing that changed in this game. And arguably it's a good thing, so, yeah.
Well, I mean, being able to play with both your weapon sets at the same time is pretty neat.
Although I've been watching the DMC4 LP now and thinking, wouldn't it be cool if she had just had all her weapons on the fly like that?
I am having a Glamour Fighter overdose with that subforum at the moment, because you've got DMC4, this game, and God Hand all happening at once.
Oh my god, God Hand LP. Okay, I know nothing about God Hand, but I can tell that it's like, I'm just gonna completely annihilate every enemy. kind of play through.
There's 3 different people completely obliterating these Glamour Fighters. It's awesome.
Well, I wouldn't really count my LP as that, because quite honestly, I don't really feel like this gameplay's been that great. To be quite honest.
I'm a very bad judge of this, honestly. If it looks cool, I'm impressed enough.
Well, Platinum Games is nothing if not very cool.
Yeah.
At least on the surface. Also, for some reason, the freaking targeting this game is really annoying. I didn't want to attack you, I wanted to attack the thing here. Okay, this enemy, I guess I should talk about it. It's kind of like the demon version of that mage version. The angel one.
Right.
So it can enrage enemies and all that. But it does other stuff other than just enrage enemies. So it is actually a viable enemy, unlike in Rapture.
Was it the thing that shot that bullet that slowed you down, or was that something else?
No, that was from the Fury.
Okay.
The Fury! Sorry.
We're gonna get some mopey ghost appearing as the sorrow that we just mercilessly beat the crap out of.
No. I wonder if for an hour-long sniper fight, would that be just totally not Bayonetta? Oh wait, no, that was the end. Sorry, I got mixed up. I haven't actually played Metal Gear Solid, so yeah. That's
I always forget the sniper, I always get the names of the sniper wolf in MGS1 and then the other wolf boss from MGS4.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't remember very much about that game other than that. Cutscenes, wow!
Yeah, I like the Metal Gear Solid games, but I don't know. I'm kind of hoping MGS5 is interesting at the very least. I mean, it's got Kiefer Sutherland in it. Yeah, it's coming out this year, hopefully.
So it's not all screwed because Kojima got fired or whatever.
He's not fired from Fox Studios or whatever it is, because that's his own company thing.
Right, but the Konami thing, yeah.
I still haven't read up enough on it, but I mean, I think it's a bit too late to cancel the development for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Imagine the nerd rage on that. It would probably be even worse than the whole PT thing.
I'm pretty sure people would peel the plaster off the walls behind their monitor if they saw that.
Yeah. So this is the Alfheim I had a lot of trouble with when I played it the very first time. But it's actually very easy if you just use charge shots for Chernobog. I don't know why I had so much trouble with it. Probably wasn't because I wasn't using this weapon. Just goes to show how crazily overpowered this weapon is.
Well, it just seems to have it all, honestly.
Yeah. It's
Like
got long range, it's got short range, it's got freaking shotgun blast, it looks really cool.
Like, you compare it to moves like the fire ice throwers, and you're just like, did they even put these weapons side by side, or did they just pick whatever looks good? I mean, it's obviously the second option, but...
Yeah. Oh, very rare torch attack. I'm pretty sure you cannot actually get the time limit without using the torture attack, so it's almost mandatory to use it. I don't know, unless you're very good at killing whatever the hell that animal was very quickly. There's too many enemies in this game, I don't remember the name of them all.
Don't have like 8 different bits of documentation. Different... Like, have there been art books for Bayonetta 2 yet, or do they usually wind up getting released?
There has been an art book, and I have seen screenshots of it, and it is an incredibly slim tome in comparison to the first game, which is really disappointing. Then of course there was that concept art of like unlockable costumes for Bayonetta, where Bayonetta was dressed as a baby.
Oh, that one was weird.
That's just creepy as hell. I don't know what the hell Mari Shimazaki was thinking.
I don't know. What the hell is Loki doing?
I don't know. He just stalks around and tries to seem important, I guess.
He was just straight. He was trying to circle strafe an enemy in a Bayonetta game. This is just Doom 2 to him.
A big complaint in this game about the big enemies like this one is that they take forever to kill, even when you know what you're doing. And I have to agree, like, there's really no way to kill these things really quickly, and I don't know why they did that.
They don't have the typical Devil May Cry later game fashions of a lot of the enemies had some ridiculous way to one-hit them.
Like, in comparison, Beloved in the first game was pretty quick to kill in comparison. Which implies that maybe they probably nerfed her wicked ways or something. Maybe as a response to, hey, you have Ungreen Climax, which is probably a little bit overpowered, so I guess it'll make her feel a little bit underpowered.
Yeah, I kind of wonder exactly how much work goes into balancing a game like this, because it seems really hard to do in the first place.
I mean, particularly because the first game was pretty much perfectly balanced already.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was by accident, though. It just seems like the thing that's really, really hard to do.
Yeah. I have absolutely no idea how you would do it, but I commend them for managing to make this game pretty much perfect on the first go. That's kind of annoying. When you go to grab a crow, and because it's the same button as a use weapon button, sometimes you use a weapon. And luckily this time we don't lose it. But sometimes you can lose it.
Well, I mean, you took a swing at him with Chernobog, not the weird glove thingies, so...
Oh no, I used the glove thingies.
Oh. Okay.
This seems to happen a lot in this episode for some reason, where I will dodge an attack and I'm pretty sure I dodge it at the correct time, but I don't get which time.
Huh.
And I don't know what the deal with that is, to be quite honest.
Also, is the slowdown supposed to be jittery like that? Because that's just kind of off-putting.
I don't think so.
Like... It actually might be the case that they just, like, slow down, reduce the time step for Bayonetta's animations rather than speed up the game or something like that. I don't know.
There's another instance of it. I just don't know what the hell is going on. This game just isn't as responsive as it should be. And so I kind of went overkill with this.
Yeah.
Interestingly, yeah. When Baal spits out an enemy, if you listen very carefully, or if you have the music turned off, you can hear him make a sort of patooey sound like a baby, like tit. It's kind of cute.
No, I don't want it. Why do you keep eating it then?
Baal is probably the best. The best? Yeah, just the best.
I just think it's a really cool nod of the head. I'm not exactly sure how much relation between people who worked at Platinum versus people who worked on DMC4 there are. Considering Kamiya didn't actually work on that game, I'm pretty sure.
No, he did not.
So I'm wondering, like, I don't know a huge deal about certain nation mythologies, but is Baal actually a mythological thing, or is it...
I think it's from that really famous book. I am very bad at the name, like the Grimoire or something. It's like this famous old school book from like the Middle Ages, which detailed demons and stuff. So you have these weird three-faced demons and whatever. I think the name Baal comes from that, but I don't believe Baal was a frog in that book.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't done the research for this because I am not doing research sections for this game. Fuck
right.
This game. Anyway, this is probably one of the, I wouldn't say it's the best, because it's definitely like a, but it's only can be used in particular situations kind of weapon, but it's a good weapon.
Wait, that's just a giant hammer.
Yeah, it's a giant hammer. And I believe the name is actually a reference to, I think, a Japanese god or something.
I'd have to take a second look at the name.
Take Mikazuchi or something. I'm just going to call it the hammer because, yeah. Hammer time! Interestingly, Jean's version of the hammer is called Yagyu or something, and that's actually a reference to Wonderful 101, where Rodan, an unlockable character in Wonderful 101, has a hammer, and that hammer is called Yagyu. So there's your cross-game reference there.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, for once I actually bought the costume for this weapon. Unfortunately, not all the weapons actually have costumes. Like, Undine doesn't have a costume, and some later ones we'll pick up don't have a fragrance either.
Take Mikazuchi. Yeah. Okay.
Are you gonna look it up?
I'll do it later. I'm not actually sure about that one.
Anyway, so the big thing with this hammer is that you can charge it up, and every single shot can be charged up. Like so. There's 2 charge levels. The first charge level, you know, pretty small. The other one pretty big. And then once you charge it up, you can see there's like a charge around the hammer that lasts for like, I feel 4 seconds. It basically powers up each hit.
Right.
So this is like your power weapon in the game. It's almost like Kilgore. But I find it very hard to use against fast enemies. It's
not as hilariously broken as Kilgore either, I'm assuming.
No, there's no such like Take Mikazuchi glitch, because that's, for one, a hard thing to say, and there is no such thing.
Is it specifically for that reason?
It's too hard to say, we can't do it. So the thing with this weapon here is that I think I talked about the distortion effect that happens when you trigger Unborn Climax. If you time the trigger for Unborn Climax just when you hit an enemy, it does a massive amount of damage. So what you can do with this weapon, say for encounters that just start it straight up, you can charge it up and run in and then just unleash Unborn Climax and pretty much kill things straight away.
So you wind up a swing with the hammer and then you press L and then...
Yeah, so you charge up the hammer to the second charge, and then you... as you let go of the charge, you hit the Unborn Climax button.
Right.
And it does a massive amount of distortion effect. Of course, this actually does work with all weapons, but it's the most pronounced with the hammer. So the hammer's great for that.
That's actually a pretty neat way of messing with like a proc for a buff then. Huh.
It's like probably one of the very few new tech in this game. Because unfortunately, most of the time, the distortion effect doesn't really do much damage.
Was it? I think it was like Ocarina of Time or something, where you could like proc damage from one weapon onto certain other weapons.
Oh, really?
That's what that kind of reminds me of.
Okay. Anyway, does this look familiar?
Yes. Because I loved the orb fight from the first game.
And he finally got that slam. Interestingly enough, even though we picked up the pieces for that gate, we never use it, so I don't know what the hell happened to that piece. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
We sort of like used magic to leave them hovering for a bit, and we realized we didn't need them anymore, so we just let them drop. That was it, done.
It's like, yeah, screw it.
It was a waste of time.
This is a bad plan, I can do it myself.
Yeah, Loki, hold all these random mirror shards, don't cut yourself.
Here is the Game of Thrones line. I don't know why it's here. Sorry, that was a bit loud.
I would have never picked that up, but then again, my reasoning for that is already
You have a very good reason for not picking it up, but I only recently got into Game of Thrones and I was like, what the hell is this line doing here? And her motivations for this is like, I'm not really sure. It's like, eh?
Wait, did Loki only just realize that we weren't going to Fimbulventer, I guess?
No, the deal always was between them that you take me to hell and I'll help you, you know, not die, basically.
You again? Listen, mate. 1, the mask is shit, okay? 2,
Well, he has a point.
It's true.
Your sins must be punished, Loki.
Yes!
Are you ready for some Trashbag realness?
Welcome to the real world.
Who are you?
You pretend to forget me. Yet even if your memory may now be lost.
I love how that thing at the front of him just, even though it looks like it should be hard, it's like warping so that his arms can move around it. Because otherwise he would just be literally like in the T shape.
Yeah, yeah. Wow,
Honestly,
Loki's
the fight
actually
just seems really-
trying.
Well, it seems really unfair almost though.
I'm the one you've been trying to kill this whole time?
Witch. I am who you shall face.
You're a hologram.
Return what is rightfully mine.
Yeah, that actually is relevant to the entry for this enemy.
The eye.
But it all will come to light when we talk through about the, you know, the plot and everything, which is really important.
Also, he is not wearing shoes.
You can probably bet he's not wearing underwear either.
I just got out of the shower. Dude, when you zoom in on Loki's face, he's got a baby face.
Mine. But now that I know that mouth of yours works, maybe you could jog my memory a bit.
It's really weird. I don't like anything about this character.
If it had been a girl instead, maybe it would have been better.
I don't know. It's got a pretty bad attitude on him. Not a very endearing character. Also, he
funny
plays
thing,
Yu-Gi-Oh
so-
for a living.
Also, this track is probably one of my favourite tracks in this game, which is quite sad. Because I would have thought the game would have done better with it.
Oh, okay.
So we're fighting this Trashbag dude. He's actually a really easy boss because everything is telegraphed really easily. Of course, when you first play, it may be a bit difficult, but once you get used to it, everything has, you know, everything's clearly cued. It's a good boss. But also has the same problem where he just dodges stuff randomly.
I like the dodge effect. It's not just a random teleport. He's got a trace on it.
Oh yeah.
Seem to be like the only enemies that actually like dodged and dodged out of moves previously, just somehow teleported out.
Yeah. Main offender being the Lunar Sage.
Yeah.
Like everything else does sort of just dodge, but it's like there's no indication that they will dodge, and it's just random. And But I've been singing this song for a long time now, so I'll try and shut it about. I mean, if you look very closely at the base of the gates, you can see the Lunar Sage and Loki fighting. So you know, Loki's doing a pretty good job.
There's little specks of people down there. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Nice that they put that detail there, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, aside from the one boss that was just a gigantic water twister, all the environments for the boss fights have at least been a treat.
Oh yeah, I actually really don't mind this fight, even though it is an air fight, because, you know, yeah, it does remove some options, but you can just infinitely dodge. So yeah, just mash dodge to your heart's content, and you would pretty much be safe.
And then we punch through the Leaning Tower.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like this music too.
It's a really good track, along with the, I think it's called The Giants, the one that you liked from the previous episode.
Orb theme, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna call it Orb theme.
Yeah, Orb theme pretty much works. So after, maybe, I don't know, because it happened in the last game, he has a new attack where he tries to like form the fragments into a thing and tries to encase you or hit you with fragments and stuff. But ultimately, this guy's pattern is ridiculously easy.
Also, I noticed one of the Wicked Weaves looks like Madama Butterfly coming in to headbutt Prophet. Is that actually what's happening.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. You can actually use Bat Within.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I keep missing these details.
It's cool. I guess there's kind of a problem with all the boss fights in this game because once she finishes the fight, they still manage to own her. Like, if you think about Glamour, it's like, haha, you killed me, but I'm gonna shoot icicles at you and stuff. And then with Valor, it was like, I'm going to chop this tower down so you get sucked down. Yeah, it's just kind of not very satisfying.
Hmm.
Did you never open your eyes to your true potential? You are no
Do you realize how powerful you would have been if you just stayed locked at the bottom of the lake?
You'd have been ageless.
No lady would ever hand anything to a man who chases after little.
Oh snap, she implied you were a pedophile.
If you will
It's
not
interesting they put that sort of rain effect on the
you will see,
thing.
see a power beyond time.
Rain effects always are a mystery to me in video games, because I can't tell if they're overlaid or if it's actually an effect.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's not like I really try to watch these cutscenes.
What is the meaning of this? You said this was to stop the witch's
Also, all of these sort of flashback cutscenes kind of all contradict themselves. Like, you're not really sure which one is the real version, because there are multiple versions of each of them. It's kind of confusing when they did that.
Well, I guess everyone does have their own twist on the same story. I'm not sure if that was deliberate design or not, but...
Balder, this war is not your doing.
No, it is not. I was deceived.
Wait, Balder's monocle was a 3D monocle?
Oh yeah, it's always been a 3D monocle. I'm pretty sure it was anyway.
Please be still.
Cool fact, Rosa is voiced by the same voice actor who voices Bayonetta. So they sound incredibly similar.
I'm being oddly prophetic. Also, I'm a dragon with a baby face.
Still the best design in that game. Arguably.
I also really like part Knight, part Beyblade. But that was from... That's Bayonetta too.
Yeah. He pretty much was using that shield as a Beyblade though, that's the amazing thing.
Balder!
Rosa! What have you done?
Hi.
Rosa.
I hate the voice acting for Boulder so much.
It's supposed to be silly and kind
It's
of
just so
really
hammy
bad.
and bad, but I know it's meant to be hammy and bad, and I'm just like struggling with the fact that it is bad.
I have that problem with movies where there's that one character that's supposed to be really obnoxious and terrible and you're supposed to hate him but in a funny way and I just
Yeah.
get pissed off looking at him.
Yeah. But that's because you hate people.
Well, yes.
Please.
Don't worry, I'm like that too.
I will save you. It's still not too late.
Also, I really like Rosa's design. It's like, you can see where Bayonetta got her original sort of inspiration from for her hairdo. And then she's got all these chains on her, which implies that, you know, the witch has locked her up to contain her power and stuff, and it's just really neat.
Also the crazy butterfly masquerade mask. It's a nice touch.
So, in case you can't tell by now with that lipstick there, who the Lumen Sage actually is. Because I'm pretty sure it's been hammered into your face, no pun intended. Interestingly, this cutscene, Bayonetta in old Bayonetta version is not wearing the right shoes. Normally she'd be wearing, like, you know, different guns, but for some reason she's wearing Jean's guns. And not only Jean's guns, Jean's new guns.
What was that?
They were really lazy with this, I don't know why.
John's always really weird with the Padme haircut as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not really sure I like that design of this, to be honest.
You possess the left
Jean with short hair is always, like, superior,
you are
in my opinion.
Not the crazy horrible physics, long haircut. Oh, it was weird.
No. I like her outfit, but her hair is awful.
It was like got caught up in the Australian spider rain.
Oh god, that's disgusting. One day it just rained spiders and the spiders just like weaved her hair. She was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with this today.
Is it really jumping?
No, it's just like, let go so we can go into the gate. So now they're all in hell. Or wait, oh god.
Oh. It would have been really funny if you just said that was unexpected and left.
I kind of wish it did do that. That fight is actually not that hard to get pure platinum on. I think the only issue is probably keeping your combo going. As with most fights, honestly.
Didn't think I'd miss a good fight.
So yeah, the only notable thing about this one was the fact that we got that awesome hammer. And we'll be using it heaps in the next chapter.
Pick up the hammer. You like cards? Because we got cards.
Oh, it's only 2 of them. Good.
Oh.
So yeah, there was one QTE you can fail in this fight. It's just this one here. If for some reason you're incredibly bad at mashing buttons. There's almost nowhere to fail it because these QTEs are really easy to pass in terms of number of times to mash button. But I gotta show it off anyway.
Oh, it doesn't even kill you.
Nope.